Is this thing on?
It's on. It's on.
All right. This is What's Cooking with Fanny Boo. We are back. This is episode 26. I'm the boy Chef C with 2 E's and a place to be. And to my left, we got
Chef Fanny.
And we are back. We definitely are excited to deliver this episode for you guys, right? Appreciate all of the interaction on the last episode and all of the commentary, everything, man. We just appreciate the love you guys have shown us throughout. We appreciate everybody who's ordered the seasoning, the cookbook as well, right? Your support and gratitude. You know, we couldn't thank you guys enough, right? And we appreciate you guys. So first off, how you doing though? You know, I feel like it's been a long time, but it ain't been that long, right?
No, not too long.
Cheers though. Cheers. You know, cheers to that.
You know, doing good. Just working on bringing you guys the most top quality products that we can come with, though, right? And top service for you. You know, best presentation possible. Just working on improvement.
No, absolutely, absolutely, and it's all about putting that right foot in front of the left and moving in the right direction. Though, so that's the name of the game here. So that's all we trying to do out here.
Yeah.
So. Drop in the comments if there's anything y'all requesting, right? Y'all want to see, y'all want to hear, y'all want to taste, right? Drop it in the comments. We'll let you know. We'll get it going though. So, so Chef Fanny, what terms of 26, right? This episode 26, right? We made it past 25. How does it feel though? But they say most pods stop after what? 15 episodes or something like that. So it's something low though. So.
I mean, it's great. It's great. You know, it's been a pleasure. It continues to be a pleasure. It's a good time. Everyone is funner and more interesting and more informative than the one that precedes it, right? So that's been exciting, right? And just the engagement and you guys loving it, though. It's been really cool. It's been a really fun experience, and I love being able to, you know, share this bit of us with you guys, because, you know, it kind of just gives you a little bit of, hey, who is Fanny Boo? What is Fanny Boo?
Absolutely, and that's the primary reason or intention behind this, right? Was wanting to give you guys a piece of the personalities behind the product, right?
Yeah.
So it's one thing to just put some food out on the table, but it's another thing to come with the professionalism, the smile, the presentation, right? And kind of know who's what. And, you know, hopefully you like this, right?
Yeah.
And you keep supporting
us. Y'all watch it. So.
Yeah, so if you don't like, you know, at the end of the day, we'll see what we can do. But, hey, all we can do is be ourselves, right? Yeah. So, you know, we appreciate you guys either way. So, jumping right in, right?
Yeah.
We got the burning question, right? And this is one that I think is very important.
Okay.
Because what you see, I mean, I don't want to call anybody an imposter. I don't want to call anybody a fraud. I don't want to say anybody's fugazi.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to call a spade a spade. So burning question this week is, what makes a person a chef versus just an at-home cook? Or someone who cooks.
Someone who cooks,
right?
yeah.
Same things.
I mean, the most obvious, I would say, is just you sell your food, right? And if you're getting paid to cook, then that makes you a professional, right? You get paid to do what you do, that makes you a professional. But then, you know, when it comes to food, there is that whole breakdown of, you know, either you're educated or you're experienced, or both, right? So, so you know, some people are self-taught and started as people who just cook, and it just, you know, it built from there. And whereas others got that culinary degree, right, got that education and stuff. And some people got that and did nothing with it, though, you know, and ended up working at a bank or in an office or something, you know. So, I think, you know, it's even getting the degree but not practicing your art, I think, takes away that title. So I think if you go and you get the education, you don't put it to use, you're no longer, you're not a chef at that point, right?
Yeah,
if you're not doing, then you're not a chef. If you're not doing and if you're not getting paid to do, then you're not a chef, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There are plenty of other titles if you would like to give yourself, you know, at home cooking, home cook, home chef, you know, all of those titles, right, fall under that category. But yeah, so I would say, you know, getting paid to do what you do, and then the combination of the experience and the education.
No, and I'm totally aligned with that, though. You smoke that, though, because at the end of the day, you hit that out the park, right? And And the only reason I was bringing this question to the table, right, is because we got to separate the real from the fake.
Yeah.
You feel me? The who's from the who's, because what you see online, you see a lot of people that putting together a couple meals. Right now, all of a sudden they think they should get a couple views, couple likes. No shade, no hate, right? But at the same time,
you gotta be honest.
Yeah, like if you ain't sold a plate, you know what I mean. If you haven't
gotten certified, safe
certified, right?
Least, managerial certified,
right?
Like, those are important steps, right? Because it's more than just cooking food and it looks good and it tastes good, right? Like there's food safety. Food safety is a whole different. We could pod all night about that, right?
100%.
But
that's the first step, right? That's the first step to being a professional chef is learning the food safety, right?
Yeah.
So, man, we could go on and on about what really defines a professional chef versus like someone who loves to cook. Right, there's plenty of people who love to cook. A lot of chefs may have started off as somebody who loved to cook, right, and then went got the credentials, started selling, right, and then now they're professional though. So I feel like you can't have one without the other. Is that what do you think?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. You know, I mean, you gotta love what you do, right? I mean, you don't have to, but you're better at it if you do, right? And you know, I personally always love to cook, right? And now I'm a chef though. So it's, you know, I wouldn't have called myself a chef at 18, at 16 when I was just, you know, figuring stuff out, trying recipes and all. They just happened to come out good, you know, like.
Well, it's funny you say that, right? Because I think like the image in my head, right, of like I think about like whoever's manning the grill at McDonald's, right?
Okay.
Like that's a professional chef.
Yeah.
As quiet as it's kept.
Line cook.
Yeah.
Line cook. When you get into the chef world, right? Chefs and cooks world.
But in the sense for keeping it simple,
you're a professional.
Right. You're a professional. Right. You get paid, certified, right, and then
And don't be fooled, because there are a lot of people who are working the line at a fast food spot or at a bar or grill type spot that have been chefs elsewhere or that go on to be chefs elsewhere. So you know, I know a couple myself that cooked, you know, in nice high-end restaurants, and then it just wasn't for them. The high volume wasn't for them. The politics, whatever it was, they didn't like it, and they chose, hey, this is more relaxed. I get to be creative. I have full autonomy, and I'm gonna go with it. So don't be fooled just because the snapshot of what you see in a moment, though. But
we and that's what I'm saying, right? We weren't trying to specify like, oh, head chef, sous chef, line cook, right? We were just talking. That's just the semantics of you know the verbiage, right? It's just a play on words, right? So if we're saying like the word like somebody who cooks, right? Like think about it in terms of photography, right? There's like the actual photographer who's gonna come out, he's gonna have a vision, he's gonna snap thousands of pics, right? He's gonna have a thumbnail, jump drive, maybe he get you the pics before you leave. Or you're gonna have just a guy with a camera, right? He's gonna show up, he's gonna be on a pervert tip, the creep tip, though. You know, really, okay, do you have any swimsuits? Right?
Got the
hot tub, right? Hot tub seated up, right? Like what? You you really want to break it down, right? It's more that there's, because it's not just about what you can see, right? It's not just about, you know, okay, they got the credentials. It's the soft skills too, though.
Yeah, no,
the intangibles, though. You got to speak on the intangibles.
It absolutely is, though. You know, just breaking it down to, you know, being able to provide, you know, an itemized invoice for somebody, right? And really breaking down, okay, well, here's the cost of your food.
Well, that's the business part. I'm not referring to the business part. I'm referring to, because that just means you're an entrepreneur, right? That's different. Professional chef, we're just talking about a professional chef. It's just like if you watch, what was the show we was watching? Next Level Chef, right? So you take a home chef versus a pro chef, right? They're not asking them to come and create no invoice and do that, right? You don't have to have
but there's like techniques.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm referring to. So let me cook, right? If I'm cooking, let me cook, right? So that's what I'm saying. The soft skills, the intangibles of what you bring, right? So when you look at it, like the actual chef will have more of like an artist type background, or maybe a scientific type background, you know, that they lend to it, right? So that's why it's like, there's more intangibles, right? They might have an engineering mind into the culinary field, right? So there's different ways to approach it, right? But when you'll know the difference when you see it though, right? Because at the end of the day, that professional is going to be able to show you something that you may or may not have seen before, right? I mean, the cook may too, right?
They may too, but you just honestly, like when it comes down to it, you just want to be careful, right? You just if you are not in the cooking world, right, and you're looking to hire services, right, especially when it comes to services like catering and meal prep, right, there are a lot of people who like, oh, my neighbor cooks really well, hey, I'm having a party, can you cater it? And they'll say can you cater it, but really it's, hey, can you cook this meal for 100 people or for 50 people? Can you cook a lot of food? High volume cooking. And it's like I'm not gonna say like anybody can cook, like, but you could pretty much get anybody to cook some food in their kitchen and give it to you, and then just say it cost me this much to make it, pay for the food or whatever, and I'm charging this. But when there's actually actual technique, skill, even just figuring out the quantities and stuff, like you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot, trying to just go with something that's comfortable or that seems convenient, right? Or that might be, you get what you pay for, but you also you got to do your own research. So we talk about that a lot on here. When it comes to a lot of things, you got to do your research, though.
So now you're referring to the person. So you're referring to like the consumer, right? Like how can they? Because who are you talking about right now? Are you talking about the consumer?
Consumer.
Okay. You're talking about like somebody was trying to order something, a service.
Yeah, or just when you consider, even like, man, I'm having this party, like I need it catered, I need food for it, right? It's like, oh, catering, maybe it's a world that you haven't dove into yet, so it's like it's a lot, it's overwhelming. Oh, I didn't know there's a process and there's steps, whatever. I didn't know I have to break this down and choose this. What do you mean my head count? I don't know. So it might seem a lot easier to just ask, oh, hey auntie, can you cook for my party? Or like, oh, my auntie's homegirl or my mom's best friend or my best friend, whatever. Like, and that's all fine and dandy, great. But you just want to be careful. There's certain things out there, there's times for the food, right? For it to be hot, cold, there's certain temperatures that it needs to be at. You can't just have someone put a bunch of platters out and they're getting room temp for multiple hours.
And this is coming from a professional cook, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I say. You'll know the difference, right? And we don't gotta drag it out too much, right? Because I used to start trying to give them too much game, right? Like, and we're here to give you guys game, right? But we don't want to give you guys too much game to where you're confused. Though, so if you feel like you need a specific topic, drop that in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. We just care about your safety at the end of the day, right? Like that's as we dive into this topic, and you hear I'm getting a little passionate about it, right? Because I care, though, right? We talk about the recalls. We talk about a lot of things. We just care about the safety of you guys and just anyone that we can help out in any way. We're always there for it.
But mainly with this question, we just want you to be able to identify a professional chef versus a cook or just someone who cooks, right? So, in recap, give us a quick recap of what are some of the major takeaways, though.
I mean, so professional gets paid for their services, right? And they either have the experience or the education. Okay. And I mean, there really shouldn't be any confusion with that. The only way would be if you're their first client. Right. That would be the only way. And if that's the case, something would have led them to dive into that world, either an experience or some education. So, at the end of the day, when the day comes to an end, right? If they don't have experience and they don't have education, then they're not a professional.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could halfway argue that, though, because it's education doesn't necessarily make you a professional, right? Because there's folks that didn't go to culinary school, right? But they're still a professional chef, right? There's others that...
So that's the experience.
I mean, so you're saying, so is it one or the... Oh, okay.
Yeah, it could...
because somebody who cooks could have 20 years of experience on the grill, on the pit.
Getting paid for it?
So you got to specify.
That's the first thing I said. The first and foremost.
But so you're saying they have to get paid for the experience. So it's this and this or this, or is it? That's what I'm saying. Break it for the people. For the people. All right.
So end all be all. Yes, there must be a person who gets paid for the service of cooking. Okay, that's
technically across all fields. Yeah, that's what classifies somebody as a professional. Do you get paid for your services?
Yeah, And then when it comes to, are you a professional who's getting paid for your services, or are you someone who just does something well and occasionally charge people to do it? And that's where either you get the education or the formal experience of, yes, I've catered a wedding or baby showers or birthday parties, or this is something that I do regularly. It's not just, for fun,
How many times do you got to do it before you're considered a pro, though? Because if you've done one wedding, you know what I mean? Like, you've done one thing. That's what I'm saying.
It can get tricky. It can get tricky.
Your definition isn't ironclad. That's why I'm ready to push back. I'm ready to push back.
I feel it. I feel it. I sense that.
Because I think all good chefs are someone who cooks, though. They, you know what I mean?
But not everyone who cooks is a chef.
And that's fair. That's fair.
So,
that's fair. So you have the one within the other, and then the one. So one of them is mutually exclusive, and one of them, they all go together.
Yeah,
so it's like, man, I definitely.
It could be tricky.
Understand.
It could be tricky. When in doubt, go with Fanny Boo, because we're professionals.
We'll show you the credentials at the very least, right?
Yeah.
So, and you can go up and down our page.
Yeah.
You can see we didn't just start. It's just obviously not just someone who cooks, right? Because the presentation is A1.
Absolutely.
Right? The professionalism is on 10, right? And everything in between is fire, right? So you just gotta dial in with us and find out, right? To check out the experience. Yeah. So Cool. So that wraps up the burning question today. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was good. I like
drop
that.
in the comments what you think a professional chef is versus someone who cooks. Also, let us know what you do. What's your level of expertise, right? Are you someone who cooks? Are you 5 years, 10 years? Would you put your skills up against a professional chef? If so, drop in the comments and let us know. So moving right along, right? We always got the next portion, right? Of what's Greasy in the streets with Chef Annie, though. So, bro, kick us off, Chef Annie.
All right. So, what's Greasy in the streets? I got to start with the recalls.
Of course, though. And I always got to boo. I'm not booing you.
Yeah, we got to Fanny Boo the recalls.
Fanny Boo the recalls, though. Because, man, what's going on out here?
Man, there are so many. I feel like every week, every episode, we have like more and more recalls, though.
I felt like I was in like some kind of time warp. Man, I seen like cucumber.
Yeah.
Like, man, how many times they gonna get recalled
salad,
before they pull it off the shelves?
As long as there's no cucumbers in the drink, it's all good.
Man, facts, though. You ain't seen it in the drink since, though, right? Ever since they said cucumbers, I ain't rock with it, bro. But my bad, though.
All right.
Let me let you get to what's Greasy in the streets.
All right. So on the topic of drinks, right? So Urban Spirits, which is a non-alcoholic drink, they make non-alcoholic drink mixes.
Okay.
Has been recalled due to, I guess it became clear that they were being produced in an unlicensed and uninspected facility. So, so all of their beverages are potentially under process, and so if they're under process, there could be bacteria. You could get sick. So that's Urban Spirits, non-alcoholic drink beverages. Just steer clear of those until they find a new facility and start some new releases.
That's SMH.
Yeah. And then while we're on the topic of, I guess it's because that's technically not food, right? But we can go back to this, which we brought up. We brought some of these up not too long ago, but Supercore Products Group, which is a male sexual enhancement drug, has been recalled because they've been tainted with Sildenafil and Acetaminophen. And so
that's nasty work. You get the shit for the headaches?
Yeah.
Acetaminophen like for the pain relief? What the fuck are they talking about?
And then the Sildenafil is actually it's a prescription ED drug. So that's been the Sildenafil?
Yeah. So we talked about that before. The one company, there was the Over the Moon or whatever.
Yeah, To the Moon,
and then there was the other joint.
Yeah. So this one, it's actually it's the hard steel capsules. That's the name of them, right? And then the gold hard steel liquid shots. So those you want to look out for. The packaging is like black and silver, black and gold. And then the shots are like little 2-ounce drinks, kind of like a 5-hour energy shot. That's how they look.
My thing is just like, You know the acetaminophen, right? Acetaminophen, right? That's the shit you say, oh man, I'm a little hurt. You know what I'm saying?
I got a little headache.
You know, I typically don't dabble, so I'm inexperienced, but the acetaminophen, I done seen it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that went hand in hand with that, though. You know what I mean? With the are them the gas station joints? Is that where they at?
Those are their online and gas stations.
Fellas, man, stay away from the gas station joints. I ain't gonna tell y'all no more though. We touched on this before, right? Episode before. We also touched on some aphrodisiacs before that, though, right? So
all natural.
So if you need to figure out, you know, what you need to do to enhance your nighttime performance or your bedtime performance, whatever you want to call it, right? Man, you need to go ahead. One, you need to see a physician or a doctor first and foremost, right? To see what's going on with you. See what's going on with your system. Then from there, right? Then you need to try to find the natural causes, though. They got the sea moss, though. They can say the watermelon. They say if you get the honey, the ginseng, there's the root. I forget what root it is, though. They got the
maca root.
Yeah, they got the maca root. They got the horny goat weed, right? They got all of this stuff.
Even the simple things, the champagne, the
chocolate,
oysters,
right?
Oysters,
those are the aphrodisiacs, though.
Yeah.
So that's covered under aphrodisiac. So at the same time, right, there's plenty of things that can help you, right? Or just find something that you're attracted to, right? So if you really want to get to it, find something you're attracted to get your thing off, though, man. I don't want to get too in depth, right? Because this is a family show, but at the same time, you know, we did say we was calling a spade today, right? So
hey, there you have it. Hey, Chef C, got that one for me.
Man, hit me in the DM if you need more, though. You know what I mean? Or comment what the issue is.
Yeah. So then on to the food, right? So Hill County Fair is the brand. I see them a lot at Kroger. So like Food for Less, Ralph's, anywhere that's a Kroger-based store, right? Their mustard potato salad has potential hard plastic foreign material. So they had to do a huge recall specifically of the mustard potato salad, just chunks of plastic.
Yeah, ain't nobody eating that shit anyway. I respect it though. You know, just get the regular potato salad. Don't get the little shit with the mustard.
Or get the potatoes, make it yourself.
Yeah, just get the old style country shit. If you in a hurry, right, go get the old style country shit. Don't touch the mustard shit, right? Get the regular shit. Go ahead though. I didn't mean to step on that.
No, it's all good.
Step on that product.
So while we're on food, right, we got the Alfez is the brand. Tahini, salmonella contamination.
Tahini.
Yeah, tahini. It's like a nut base, like a topping. You'll see it a lot in like Persian, Middle Eastern foods.
Okay.
Yeah, but they it's usually in like the peanut butter section at the grocery store, or in the dressings. They depending where you go, it's one or the other. But yeah, it's a topping. It's a dressing technically, right? Just Alfez salmonella. Back to the cucumbers, right? Cucumbers and bagged salad. Wiers Farms, that's Wiers Farms. And they are whole cucumbers, bagged salad, listeria contamination. So that's been recalled.
Same old same.
Yeah, for the most part, either stay away from the prepackaged stuff or just give it a really good wash when you get it home, though. Stutz Packing Company, shelled walnuts. Listeria again. Damn. Yeah, across the board, like it's listeria, right?
Fanny. Ooh. Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here.
But okay, so then that's that on the foods. But for drinks, the FDA actually banned a soda additive.
I saw
that used to be deemed safe enough. Right, and it's become clear now that we have more time, long-term effects. We talk about this all the time. You know, whenever there's something new or there's something that's just you know the hot new thing, right?
Not a lot of research.
Yeah, not a lot of research, not a lot of experience, not a lot of time. Time passes. Now we have the long-term effects, right? So, so it's the brominated vegetable oil, also known as BVO. It has toxic effects. What it is used for is it acts as a stabilizer for fruit flavorings, particularly the citrusy beverages, preventing separation and floating. So BVO leaves bromine residues in the body fat and organs, potentially causing neurological issues.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and actually this the FDA actually banned this right after California announced passing a bill that is going to be banning that as of, I believe, 2028. So they'll be banning a few additives across the board throughout the state, like Red 40, BVO. I can't remember what the other ones are. We'll come back and touch on that. You got a few years on that, but
we'll have another. We'll touch on another.
But that's definitely going to affect like certain candies and a lot of foods in stores, because that Red 40 is everywhere, and the BVO is apparently used pretty widespread though.
Yeah, that's going to touch some of your major players in the soda game, right? Your Coca-Colas, your Pepsis, right? Your Dr. Peppers, right? Yeah. All of those making that cola type of what's it, the cola?
Well, but
flavor?
it said the fruity flavors, the citrusy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, particularly citrusy beverages.
Fruit flavor. But I thought they were trying to say that the brown flavor of cola is like it's supposed to be like what are they saying? It's like a molasses or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. But it's probably in all of them while we're at it, right?
The first thing they do is go to the cherry, right? The wild cherry.
Well, I mean, just even when you pick up. How many times we got to tell y'all, read the labels when you pick up your food. Just read the labels. There's so many ingredients that really just don't belong in foods, and especially when you're getting these over processed foods that with the increased shelf life, like it's not natural for some of these things to be good until 2030 when it's 2024, right? Like if it doesn't expire like within a timely manner, then there's probably something in there that's not good for your body.
Or preservative, right? So you and at the end of the day, right, not only do you want to read the label, you want to do your research as well. You want to stay connected with us on the recalls, right? Because we're letting you know every time. You know what I mean? So
every time.
And that's not a shameless plug at the end of the day. You know what it is, though. We adding value here, though. So we drop recalls. We let you know what's hot. We giving y'all tips and pointers on how to increase y'all health. We also breaking down videos on. We got the kids doing kids videos on simple meals, right? So stay dialed in and tuned in, right? Because there's plenty more to come.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Though. What else we got?
All right, so that's it on the recalls. Okay. So now we could really get to what's really greasy in these streets, right?
Okay. Let's get it off the what's greasy in these streets.
Why are y'all seasoning charcoal? People are seasoning charcoal, and there are people in the comments on these viral vids like, yeah, my uncle's been doing it for years. He's the family grill master. Oh, I swear by this. I do this. We do this. Somebody tried to compare it to like other cultures using specific wood for the flavor, right? And that's a completely different thing, because the wood is the wood all the way through. But you wasting a whole bunch of just seasoning that's gonna burn off as soon as you douse it in lighter fluid. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Looks
like,
nasty, though. It looks like
I don't talk crazy like this too often, but y'all tripping though.
Hey, for real though, like. I mean, I was gonna try to avoid this, right? I was gonna try to hold my tongue on this, right? And then I seen somebody online, right? And they had way too much charcoal. They put the whole thing full of charcoal, right? Then they had the nerve to have that shit mixed in with some onions and green peppers and some other shits. Like it was like
mixed in with the charcoal,
like on the charcoal. Then they had the seasoning on the charcoal. Like, yo, you thought that, like, they thought this was the meat, though. So they had that shit seasoned. And then what they turn around and do? Pour the lighter fluid on the dough. So there goes the seasoning.
They probably put the lighter fluid over the meat.
Shit, probably. They probably, I seen videos with that, too, especially around the holidays, right? Now, I don't want to go back too far, but this whole putting seasoning on the charcoal is diabolical. You feel me? So... I mean, I know y'all online, right? Y'all want to go viral, right? Y'all want y'all 15 minutes trying to do. Y'all making grills out of half pans, right? Where the charcoal sitting right here, the meat right here, and y'all putting the lighter fluid on the meat.
I saw that. Yeah.
Be careful who barbecue you show up to, and always ask who's on the grill.
Yeah.
Always stop by the grill before you get your plate.
Get there early just so you can see check the process.
And that's a Chef C hack, right? If I ever pull up at a party, somebody on the grill, I'm gonna always swing by the grill, give Matt some dap, and I'm going to observe, right? If I see seasoning on charcoal, if I see onions down on the charcoal, if I see you don't have a real grill, it's actually a half pan, you're doing it on the table, and you're putting the charcoal through the meat, I have to respectfully remove myself from that environment. One, that's a dangerous environment. You got people full of embalming fluid. Though. They're walking around on lighter fluid and meat. That's a bad combination.
Yeah.
Right. Next thing you know, they turn zombie. Somebody want to fight. I can't be around that. And then, and then two, you know what I mean? Like the charcoal, like the charcoal is burning. That shit. You know what I mean? That shit right there on the meat.
It's just aluminum. That's not even.
So you got the aluminum. It's in the aluminum. Then you got the charcoal packed in there, then you got a little rack on top, and then you got the meat on there, and crazy. It's all combined. Though. Like that's you crazy. Damn near, what's that? What you eating? Carbon? What you eating? Lead? What they make with the charcoal? How do you make charcoal? Is that carbon? Is it just carbon? Is it 100% carbon? Is it carbon with lead? I thought it had lead.
No, like actual charcoal.
I understand. We'll do some research on. We'll pull up with the breakdown of what y'all eating on every holiday. You know, that's nasty, man. Yo, especially your new cats though. Y'all ain't had no unk to show y'all. Y'all ain't had no pops. Throw the little towel over the shoulder though. Put the hat on
with the grill master
with the open joints on. No, with the open joints though. Come on, man. If he ain't had a matching fit. A matching linen short suit with a toothpick in the mouth then you ain't learned how to grill. That's why y'all doing all this makeshift shit and y'all eating this bullshit. Y'all look terrible doing this shit.
And then wonder why you gotta swing around for them pills at the cheese station.
And then what kind of seasoning is y'all dropping on the charcoal? What y'all using? I'm just curious. Hey man, drop in the comments if you season your charcoal. Cause I'm gonna heat you up though, man. I can't wait. Like, what is y'all using? Lowry's? What y'all using? Adobo seasoning? What y'all using? Are they putting the curry on the charcoal?
No, it wasn't even. That's the thing. Like at least if you're gonna try it, like do something like a potent actual flavor, not
but
like
they salt and pepper in the charcoal.
The Lowry's, like you said, that's just seasoning salt, right? Or like I saw like a little Cajun seasoning on there, a little Creole seasoning on there, and it's just not potent enough of a flavor. Like if you're really trying to get the aromatics.
What do you mean the flavor? It's gone when they put a lighter fluid on it.
Well, then that's a known fact.
Even if you light it, it burns away.
That's why you have to marinate the meat before you grill it. Even if you put the seasoning on the meat, it's gonna burn away when the flavor is. What are we talking about? But that's what
Hey man, get your asses off mine with the half pan grills.
It's just people who cook.
And but that ain't even people who cook. That's just people who try to be funny, try to go viral though. That ain't people who cook. You can tell they ain't never cooked.
Yeah.
Now I seen one dude. He had potential, right? He had this big ass. He had the grill going and shit. He needed some work, right? He had way too much. He used a whole bag of charcoal. You could tell when niggas is inexperienced, right? But you could tell when they got effort, right? But his shit was good, but he dumped a whole bunch of lighter fluid on it. Then he lit it. His problem was he had his grill right up against his house.
Oh no!
You feel me? So once it got on, it started catching that wall,
that's
right?
Crazy.
Start peeling that paint on man's. So it's like, man, be careful, right?
Yeah, safety first.
Lean on the nod of safety, right? Be safety first, right? If you don't know what you're doing, call your aunt. If you ain't got an aunt, call me. Drop in the comments.
Oh, see.
Yeah, and I can get it lit for you. You know what I mean? At the very least, because y'all playing.
Oh,
y'all playing, y'all don't know nothing about the wood chips. They just talk about some wood chips. They all in the comments like, I just use wood chips. Like, man, what kind of wood chips you had? Huh? You just use wood chips? You just use wood chips, no charcoal. You can do wood chips, no charcoal, right, with the pellets. Yeah. But that's a whole, you got to be super experienced if you just smoking something. And you got to have hella wood chips.
Yeah, you got to have
there's a technique.
There's a technique. Yeah, there's
shit, I had soaked the wood chips in the tequila. You know what I mean? Had the agave tequila though, straight from Mexico.
Yeah.
Mixed in with the hickory wood chips on there. What flavor was that though?
Delicious.
Fire though. Holler at us though. You feel me? Well, I don't want to spend too much time on that, but they got me fired up. Now I'm energized, right? You know, I was winding down, but now I'm energized though, because they putting Lowry, what is that? Are we sure that's Lowry? What they will sprinkle? It's gone.
It doesn't matter what they put on there.
It's gone with the wind.
It's gone with the lighter fluid.
Whatever they put on. It's gone. It's so gone. It's gone. It's gone in 60 seconds. You know what I mean? It's quick though. So stop putting that shit on there.
Yeah.
If you have put it on there,
stop wasting resources though.
Yeah. If you just stop trying to do shit for the gram, that's cool. I appreciate you trying to be innovative, but and then I seen people like, man, they sell seasoned charcoal, but okay, cool. You be an asshole, but you an asshole if you buy that shit. Right? So it's like, what are you trying to season the charcoal for? That shit is just a heating method.
Yeah,
I don't see nobody heat. I don't see nobody seasoning the wires in the oven. Season the rack in the oven, and if you doing something, though, if you season it, right? Are they seasoning the joints when you put the pizza in? Are they seasoning the wood? Are they putting seasoning on the wood so when you slide the pizza in the pizza oven, it's seasoned or what?
I
don't know.
These days, I don't know what they're doing out there.
I'm just asking. Drop in the comments what you seasoning though, and what you using though, man. We appreciate it though,
But while we're on the topic of doing shit for the gram, though, people are eating cicadas. It's trending, eating cicadas. If you don't live in an area where there are cicadas, in case you don't know, they're like these like weird, loud, annoying bugs that just live in the tree. They pop up like right before summer. They're loud as hell all day long. They're just loud and they sound like hissing almost. And then like halfway through the summer, they just start falling out the tree, just dying. Like you just start walking and you just see a whole bunch of them just on the floor. They're big, they're ugly, they're weird, they're loud, they're a nuisance. But people are eating them.
And that's crazy to me, right? And I'm not going to shame anyone. What's it? Diet shame, nutrition shame. I'm not going to shame anybody, right? What you eat is on you, right? Because I know some people that's eating way worse, right?
And granted, there are some delicacies in some cultures, so definitely respect.
But this is not a delicacy, I'm cooking. Let me cook this real quick, right? Because at the end of the day, right, y'all putting in cicadas, y'all bunching up a bunch of cicadas. You soaking them in water. And you dropping them in the pan. I seen Mass put some little oil in the pan. No, he had about 100 cicadas in the pan. He shrunk them down there. He battered them.
Okay,
he battered them. He sprinkled them he put them in a light batter, right? Then he dropped them in there. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Then he was like, ooh, tons of protein. Oh, it's juicy. And I'm just like, man, I don't know. And it's messed up because, I was gonna say what the man was, but I ain't gonna say what he was though, because it could lead to a whole nother debate. But put them put them cicadas down, right? There's plenty of other stuff to eat, man. Go down to your local market. There's you could get beans for the low, right? If you just need some protein, you can get you can get your little protein bar. You can get you some mushrooms, some legumes, right? If you just need protein. But you do not need to be out here eating these bugs that are in your tree like the birds and the animals, right? Like, you don't know the long-term effects of eating cicadas. When they start eating cicadas, is that new?
I don't even know when cicadas came into existence, so I ain't heard of a cicada until a couple years ago, though.
I don't know. I ain't grow up with them either, though, so I'm unfamiliar. I don't know if this is a lab-created animal. What? Right? I don't know where they came from, right? However, I know y'all funky asses shouldn't be eating them. Y'all shouldn't be eating them, though. Get you some soup, get you some salad, right? No cucumbers, right? Get you some little
cut your own lettuce. Don't buy a pre-bag though.
That ass. Let's just get you something regular though. You don't have to do what you trying to put some shit on some cicadas for. The next thing you know, they're gonna have a seasoned charcoal with the onions in it, with the cicadas on the grill though.
I wouldn't even be surprised. See, you said
what the hell you doing if you showing up at the barbecue and that's the get out?
I'm leaving. I'm out because one, I'm not eating that, and I'm not eating anything else that was cooked with that. On that same grill. Like, see, you saw the deep fried one, right? Mm-hmm. I saw one that was like kind of like a saute and like a sauce. I saw that sauce. One. That's his F. Yeah, like they created a sauce, and it was not a cultural thing because they definitely had that Members Mark Sam's Club brand on the seasoning that they were using to put in there. And I was like, yo, that's the U.S. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
like
crazy.
Southern. That's like U.S. Southern, though. That's like Texas. Oklahoma type shit, I guess. Right? Louisiana type shit. You know what I mean? Y'all going crazy out here. And if y'all running short on eats, It's cool, man, but y'all don't have to divert to that. There's plenty of other. I mean, I heard people eating roaches. Right? I heard people doing the crickets. They had the chocolate covered roaches when I drove through Arizona. Right, they had some chocolate covered joints, ants, and all kind of stuff. When I went through New Mexico, right, they had it all. And they say you don't really taste it, right? You just taste the chocolate. It's just kind of a formality, but I'm good. I don't know the long-term effects.
Yeah.
I know ants been crawling everywhere.
Yeah, so you don't know where they were before
I know
they
crickets
were
will jump anywhere. I've seen a lot of crickets in the swamp areas, though. I don't know if they might. I don't know. I don't want to get into what they're carrying. I just know I'm good. But I'm not indulging, so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, let us know if you've tried it and
you
why. And why? Why?
You trying them?
No.
That's like the fear factor shit, though. That's
It is like the mealworms and stuff. Like,
yeah.
But onto food, but still gross. Delta had served an entire flight some moldy chicken.
Damn.
They sold them. They served them the moldy chicken, and they actually had to make an emergency landing. I think they were leaving out of Detroit, I believe it was.
Damn, now my people's out the D.
And they had to make like an emergency landing in like New York or somewhere. They had to just come back.
Was they going overseas?
Yeah, they were going overseas. They were over the Atlantic, and they had to U-turn and come back because people were getting sick, and then to make sure everybody was doing good.
That's
and
nasty
like
work.
One, that's nasty. But what to me, what was even more messed up than like having the moldy food served as meals, like because people were like, "Oh, it looked funny, but I still ate it." I thought maybe it was seasoning or maybe it was just a little burnt because they said it was black mold, right? In the testimonials, but what was even worse is that they didn't even have any type of real compensation. All they did was like, "Oh, we'll reschedule your flight for free."
That's for right now.
Yeah. As of right now, but it's like no way you serve me some moldy chicken and then your compensation for that is, "Oh, well, we won't charge you fees to reschedule." Like, I don't even want to fly with y'all. Like,
that's crazy though. That almost sound like, it's almost like, they had the moldy chicken, right? And then they tried to get away with it.
Yeah, like when you bring that out, you will see it. Everybody that they interviewed on the article and in the news broadcast, they all said like there were these black spots on there. It kind of looked like burnt cheese or something. And they're like it turns out it was mold. And then in the pictures that they had, it was like some of it was green, some of it was white, some of it was black. So it wasn't just like, oh, one or two didn't get enough refrigeration because the freezer was too packed or anything. The whole batch was bad.
Yeah.
The whole batch was bad.
And it's funny though, because I had told you about I had bumped into a man, to make a long story less long, right? I had bumped into a man who was I was on a flight. He said he worked for a company that was responsible for providing gourmet meals to the flights, right? So I wonder if this was his company. But one of his major concerns was that these gourmet meals were created by gourmet chefs, Michelin star chefs, professional chefs, right? But when it comes down time to deliver this to the customer, the people delivering are just the flight attendants, right? Yeah. So you lose in translation, you lose in deliverance, because part of the professionalism. Part
of the gourmet eats is the experience,
right?
Experience, the atmosphere, the ambiance.
No. I'm talking about
but just
the
on
air,
the food.
We're not talking about
do they have like the Michelin
first class
on board? Oh no, they free to
look. I want to explain it.
Okay.
I'm going to explain it again. Man's work for the company, right, where they had a Michelin star chef actually create the meals ahead of time for certain airlines,
so they were
right?
Curators.
Listen, right? You just wanted to say it. I know it's a pod, right? But part of listening, talking, you got to listen, right? So
I got you.
Right? So the man said, right, they hired a Michelin star chef to create various meals for their various flights all over the world, right? However, there's no actual chef on the flights.
Got you.
So you're actually requiring the flight attendants to be able to, one, inspect and provide food safety, right? And that's why they don't have that experience, right?
Yeah.
2, they don't have the credentials. 3, they're just trying to do their job, hurry and keep people quiet, safe, etc. So they're just passing it out. Hey, they didn't make it, they just pass it out. They just, it's heated and whatever, they pass it out. So, shout out to Delta, right? Y'all need to do a better job on your inspection, your food safety, your quality, whoever that is, right? I bet it was probably a Boeing plane too. You know what I mean? So it's nasty. That's probably why they really had to turn it around. They're like, yo, something fell off. But at the end of the day, get your shit together, man. If I get on Delta, I'm just crackers and you know what I mean? I really don't be trying to eat that little shit they bring out because it seemed like it's a little TV dinner anyway.
Yeah,
all they do is slide off the
that's
plastic.
how it looked. That's how it looked in the pictures, right?
Nasty. I don't need nobody to slide the plastic for me though. Go take that little bullshit Stouffer shit back though. Take that Hungry Man back. It don't even be the Hungry Man because the Hungry Man bigger. You feel me? Take that little small shit. Take that little Weight Watcher shit back though. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to eat that moldy shit.
Yeah.
Like at least get them some little like damn. If they're a Friday, they'd hit. Right?
Yeah.
Back on that shit.
But if people still would have got sick, they still would have turned around. Everybody was
it might have took longer though.
Yeah,
and that's nasty.
Yeah,
that's even nasty.
And that was the thing. Like they were like some of the people got sick instantly, and some people like it didn't hit them for a couple of days. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the last episode we had covered that when you ingest some of these things, you can get that food poisoning can hit you for anywhere from a couple hours after you eat to a couple weeks after you eat it.
Yeah.
So
14 days though. You gotta be careful.
It depends on your metabolism. It depends on how your body processes it and how the digestion system is working for you. So everybody's chemistry and body makeup is different, right?
Facts.
And yeah, but at the end of the day, like under no circumstances is that okay. Like no way. Like
I just think like how many times
Delta, like that's a major.
But they're not food, so they're not responsible. It's just an airline, right?
Yeah.
So you could see them trying to cut the corners. There's a lot going on, but you just think about like, man, how many restaurants can pull that off? How many places? Like you go to school cafeteria trash. How many times you done ate some shit? So it's like you really think about it, like, man, hey, check your food before you eat it. Inspect before you eat it. Smell it. Look. Make sure it looks right, smells right, feels right.
Yeah.
Right? There's the 3 tests. There's the litmus test for eating. Look at it, right? Does it look right? Smell it? Does it smell right? Feel it? Does the texture feel right? If it doesn't, man, you gotta politely pass though, man. Hey, excuse me, flight attendant, hit that bell. Flight attendant. I'm good on this.
Yeah.
You don't even have to make a big deal. Hey, I'm good on this. I don't know what these spots are. I didn't order mine's Cajun. I'm good on this.
And the people said it tasted really sour.
Nasty.
Right? Like so it's just like, oh, maybe that's just a flavor. It's a new flavor. It's supposed to be a gourmet meal.
But that's nasty anyway. I don't want to get into the airport etiquette, right? You're supposed to get you some eats in the thing, right? You're supposed to have hit the lounge. Right? I know everybody chase Sapphire or Amex, right? Hit the lounge, get you some free eats, right? Get you a little drink, and then go sit on a flight and the new trend, right? You're supposed to raw dog it. So you're supposed to put your phone down, no music, no mag, no nothing. And you're supposed to sit and think to yourself and enjoy the flight, man. It's a new day though, man. Don't go in there trying to get you no meal and trying to do all that, man. That's extra though. There ain't nobody going to get on a flight to eat if you ain't having enough time to eat. Hey, shit, you seen what happened?
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah. All right. So the next one is so McDonald's. In the midst of all of these fast food places come in with these like $5 bags, $5 meals, $4 deals, right?
It's not $1 anymore. It's $5.
Yeah. So, but they got it. It's $5. It comes with like a little burger, some nuggets, and some fries and a drink, whatever. That's like the model that's been going around, right?
So is that worth $5?
I mean, it depends.
It's 5 items. Is it 5 items?
Some places it's like 4 for $4, 5 for $5, or the $5 bag, or the $4 whatever.
Right.
But all of these, McDonald's is known for being like the best. Historically, like they've been like the cheapest, right? Like usually go there cheaper. That's their thing, right? But as their prices have increased, right? We just talked about the inflation and their prices have increased, like double, triple, quadrupled, right? Yeah. So. But all of these other fast food chains that, typically have prices that are higher have come with these $4 and $5 meals.
Right.
So McDonald's was like, our sales are slipping, people aren't buying, let's come with a value meal similar. So they came with a $5 meal. It comes with your choice of either a McChicken or a McDouble, 4-piece nuggets, fries, and a drink. But unfortunately, people just aren't messing with McDonald's or whatever, and it flopped. They haven't seen an increase in foot traffic. They haven't seen an increase in sales. They haven't seen an increase in anything. And things are continuously declining for them. And I mean, granted, they did roll it out at a bad time, so they did it like right before the 4th of July. So it's like holiday people typically aren't eating out, whatever. I don't know if those are, you know, justifications, excuses, reasons, what, but yeah, no, they tried to come with the new take on the cheap stuff, and it just didn't work. And it's, you know, I mean, if I had $5 only and I had to choose between like a Wendy's 5 or a McDonald's 5, I'm not going McDonald's.
And that's what I was going to tell you earlier, right? You had misspoke saying, that's your opinion. I don't know if that was your opinion or fact, right? But I was saying that Wendy's always had a better value menu and always had better items, right? Because on their dollar menu, they had the double stack, right? They had the, you know what I'm saying? The double stack is already a double.
Yeah.
So then McDonald's had the double cheeseburger, right?
The double cheeseburger.
But that bad boy lifted off $1 when I was still in college, though.
Yeah.
You know, that raised the price when I was still in college, though. So once you start eating that, and it didn't come with that, though. So
if I disagreed, I definitely take that back, because Wendy's has always had a fire little deals. Like they had the Junior Baconator, if that's your thing, right? They had the little chicken sandwich, right?
On that thing,
you get the baked potato. Hey,
I'm not promoting any of these food. We just had clown Wendy's last week, right?
They had the fake employee.
Well, we didn't clown them right there, but they hiring process.
The hiring process.
She made off with about 30 bands.
Somewhere between 20 and 30. Though that's
they
crazy.
Caught. That's just what they caught.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
She 50 up. She 50 up though.
Quiet as a cat.
Bell money good though. It's in her daughter name. You feel me though? But we don't have to spend too much time on Mickey D's, right?
Yeah,
but just get that $5 shit out of our face. We don't want to see it.
It's too little, too late though.
A lot of people trying to get healthier, right? It's the summer. It's shit's starting to hit the fan where people are seeing like, yo, if it's inflated. If I don't need it, I'm not buying it though. The kids want to stop at McDonald's though. The portions are smaller. They still hungry after. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Go home, get you a low density, high volume meal.
Yeah.
Right. Make sure you got the fiber and the protein so your kids is strong and they can perform all day though, instead of being sleepy, tired, or less than. You feel me? So. Let's move it right along, right to your favorite part of the show. All right. Now we're in your favorite part of the show, which is our world famous game of Would You Rather. So popping it off, right? Let's get it going off early, right? You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right, I'll go first. I'll ask you first, right? So I know you're an oyster fan, right? You know, we step out, we get little oysters, little dozen, little half dozen, little dozen and a half, whatever we want to do, right? New England's, whatever, wherever they come from, right? They just be a little different sizes, though. You know how they prepare them, etc., right? Would you prefer royal oysters or Rockefeller oyster?
Oh, that's tough.
It's a good. I mean, it's a good question.
That's good. No, that's something like that's tough. Like that's hard to pick. I'd probably go raw.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, like, I know the Rockefeller's, like, you know, it's got the cheese, it's got the spinach, it's got the good flavor and all that. But I also, being chef, I know that when you cook foods, it does remove some of the nutrients that are naturally in them. So also, just with it being hot, right, and trying to stay hydrated, right, that natural salt from that sea salt, that little bit of natural oyster juice that's in there, it's got all the minerals and so that natural electrolytes though right there. So I'm gonna have to that on top of the calories way lower, so it's all protein.
Ooh, I respect that.
So if it's all protein, all electrolytes, and then whatever whatever toppings they have for it, right? Like if you get you a nice like a sherry, a little sherry joint with the shallots, right? Like a vinaigrette, like. Hey, you're good.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I was gonna say the royal oysters was just a little bit more versatile.
Yeah.
Like once you go Rockefeller, that's it. That's it. You can flip the Roy's. You can put the little stuff with the little onion, the little sauce. I forget the name, but there's like a bunch of different sauces for some lemons. Lime. You could do whatever you want. You can pull it with the fork.
Some people do it with they do it with the crackers and the cocktail sauce on top.
The whole
nine.
Yeah, you can flip it however you want to flip it, but once it's Rockefeller, it's Rockefeller. Though.
Yeah,
The Rock.
but I love Rockefeller. If it's executed correctly, a good Rockefeller is fire.
I feel like it's the mood. Yeah, a good Rockefeller is fire, but it's a mood for it, right? Because you may or may not want the cheesy, the greasy cheese.
Yeah,
you might just want the little.
And I've been seeing a lot of changes and modifications to the traditional Rockefeller where people are adding in like crab meat and lobster meat to it, and I think that definitely changes the game, right? Because now you're getting 2 for 1. Now the little extra calories is worth it. There's a little bit way more flavor and more protein. So
and that's real though. Yeah. You know, I respect that.
Yeah.
Cause I like mine. I like my joints with the caviar sprinkled on top, real tall.
Oh, that's fire.
But that wasn't a question though.
Yeah, so it wasn't.
Yeah, anybody asked me. But if you ask me, anybody asked me. But if you ask me,
you ask me.
You know what I mean?
All right. Well, the one that I am going to ask you is, per our touching on the topic of people eating the cicadas, right, and all that, right? We talked about the savory aspect, but so would you rather chocolate covered cicadas or chocolate covered crickets? Because we've seen the crickets like everywhere before, right? Yeah, they've been around forever, but then now they got
that's tough though. Like I'm not even like one of them bug eating type dudes. You know how like when we was kids, like a couple of the kids would like pop a little bug in there.
Yeah, I dare you.
Yeah, you know what I'm
triple
saying?
dog
Like,
dare you.
or a little fly will land on them. No, they'll chew it and swallow it. Like that's. You know, that wasn't my thing, though. I couldn't even stand when a gnat got close to me, though, like all on the tongue or whatever, though. You run it, the little gnat hit the tongue, right? Nat King Cole, right? You know what I mean? So, damn, this is a nasty question, though.
Yeah, like I don't think I couldn't envision you.
If I had to choose one, I'm gonna go with the cricket.
Why?
Because they say you are what you eat, and crickets got bounce though. They can jump, they got bounce though. So
I respect that.
And they got a little communication thing. They got like a little Morse code thing going on at night, right? They're communicating. They must be smart. The cicadas be here today, gone tomorrow, and they too thick. They too big though. Like
I get
I might choke that shit. I might like shit. I can't take that risk with the cricket. You know what I mean? I could, I might could boom, boom. Real quick with little chase, little boom, boom. You know what I mean? But with that cicada, like it might be 2 bites.
Yeah.
Like that second bite might take you out though. So I'm good. I'm gonna go with the. I don't eat bugs, but if I had to, I'd go with the cricket, though. Plus, I seen that in New Mexico when I was a kid.
All right, yeah.
I seen it. I ain't seen the cicadas. I don't see what they look like with the chocolate on them. They probably, because they're going to come out bigger than chocolate.
Giant.
They're already big. They're already big, though.
I'm like grossed out thinking about it.
Yeah, that was a nasty question, though. But I answer it right. I'll take a little chocolate covered cricket, though. Hopefully it got some good nutrients, right? And, it'll do the body good, though. But,
yeah.
Cool. Is that it, or you got another one?
Yeah, no, I'm good unless you got another one.
Do I have another one? No, I don't have another one.
All right.
I think I'm all out.
All right.
I think I'm all out, though, and that might be a first.
Yeah,
Well, this was definitely a doozy for you guys, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed giving it to you.
Yes.
Man, that was a good one today.
Yeah.
Well, the burning question was good from, what makes a professional chef cook, or what a professional chef versus a cook, right? Can't wait to see you guys eat that one up online.
Yeah.
Then we went into the recalls. There was some nasty recalls, man. I'm tired of hearing about the cucumber. I'm tired of hearing about the gas station joints, right? Like it's getting reckless out here, man.
Yeah.
And then also, we had just wrapped it up with some additional, some trendy shit, right? Like, hey, man, if you can't, if you don't got you a real grill, you can't get you a little Blackstone, right? Just get you a little Traeger, right? Get you a little joint, man. Go get the little $10, $15 joint from Walmart. It's real small. It's just like what y'all doing with the half pan, but it's made to actually grill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not, all of the wrong elements or all of the wrong chemicals and stuff mixed in, right? You get what you need, right? It's made for you using what it's made for.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, right, you know, outside of that, right, we had some good would you rathers, right? We had some great facts in terms of what was going on. So appreciate you, Chef Ann. You got a finishing word for the folks?
No, I mean, just, you know, I'm always grateful, right? I always got to extend my gratitude to you guys, you know, just for the support, for the love, for the engagement, right? You know, just everybody reaching out, everything. We just appreciate you guys all the time.
I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
What you think Joe Biden need? What kind of diet you think Joe Biden need to try to get a couple more years to get some more energy into what he needs?
OMG.
Well, Joe Biden. We'll get to that some other time though with the presidential election, right? We try to steer clear of politics on here. Yeah. We are only talking food and beverage business, right? Food and beverage business though. That's it though. But if you know once. Well, you see how politics play a part in that, right? So you start to see some of these recalls, you start to see some of these shutdowns, right? That's all political though. So we'll see what it looks like coming up though. But you know, definitely excited. You know, we definitely got some cool things coming for you guys. Stay dialed in, stay tuned in, right? We got some new flavors, seasoning flavors, new cookbooks on the way. You know what I mean? I'm coming with a fresh cut every pie though. So, you know, it's just brand new. I got a new attitude. What you got? You got something new?
Everything.
Right. So everything new,
constantly a constant improvement though. So it's all new.
Absolutely. So stay tuned in with us. We appreciate you guys. And until next time, this was episode 26. I'm the boy Chef C with 2 E's in the place to be. And to my left,
Chef Annie.
And we are out. Peace. Love. Positivity.